For many Americans, cemeteries are a sacred space to bury the dead and honor loved ones. But in one Midwestern memorial park, efforts to maintain the grounds are instead disturbing the peace. Mervyn and Burdine Moore married before the war. Together, they raised their children, and as planned, when they passed, they were laid to rest side by side in rural Illinois. But during a recent visit to the cemetery, their granddaughter, Laura, noticed something unsettling.
When I approached her plaque, I noticed there were a bunch of weeds growing over it, so I started to pull them, and I noticed, hey, this is loose. I mean, there is nothing left under that plaque.
Laura's grandfather, a World War II veteran, died more than 3 decades ago, but her grandmother was buried in 2014.
It's only been 6 years, and it hasn't lasted. And I'm pretty sure when Grandma purchased that, she thought it was going to last a long time.
And a long time ago, like many of the greatest generation, the Moores did plan ahead. In 1951, they purchased 4 plots for $200. According to the contract, $20 would be set aside in trust towards perpetual care, maintenance, and protection of the cemetery.
I just feel like it's very sad that it hasn't lasted.
But when Laura asked the cemetery about the damages, instead of giving her answers, they handed her a bill.
They told him that they could fix it and it would just cost $1,100.
$1,100? While the cemetery and the funeral home that installed the plaques pointed fingers at each other, Laura followed a hunch. After seeing tire tracks on several of the cemetery plaques, she did her own undercover investigative work and unearthed the likely cause of the damage.
I found that when they were mowing, they were running over the tops of the plaques. They would even do a little spin on top of it, and I was like, well, no wonder they all look so bad out there.
Another unspoken truth about the internment business is that when a cemetery is full, there are limited ways to continue generating revenue. So in some instances, the cemetery may cut corners on perpetual care or inflate service fees. Do you feel like you're getting gouged?
Oh yes, I really do. I looked up what it would cost for a slab of granite for that size, and it just wasn't near $1,100.
That's when Inside Investigations contacted the owner of the cemetery.
He called and he said that he would do a granite slab under both of the grandma and grandpa's plaques for half the cost, 50% off.
How do you feel about that?
As long as it will last a long time, at least until I'm gone, it would be nice.
That would be nice, Laura.